some of the difference that exists between Mada and some other schools, like disinfecting the legs before you enter the campus, like cleaning your hands out of the gate, taking off your thermometer, and many other measures that we have put in place to ensure that our students, our staff, and all the personnel of Mada are safe as far as the COVID-19 is concerned. Okay, the follow-up measure put in place on our campus. The first thing is that what we have assigned different personnel so to observe the students while even in class. At any time, if there is any thing that we discover that is happening, we make sure that what we take care of that student. We have a sick bay whereby which what if there is any problem, we carry the student there in a quiet way, not to arouse maybe some other attention from the students as far as the COVID-19 is concerned. Besides that, the founder of Mada International College has a clinic which is a stone throw from the school, which measures are put in place that if there is any issues that we detect, we carry it to that clinic. Out of the campus, I think we have sensitized our students enough as far as the measures or the preventive measures are concerned. Back at home, we are in contact with the parents. We have a WhatsApp that we talk with the parents constantly to ensure that these students are safe back at home. The first thing that we did when the government announced the closure of school on the 15th of March was that what we had a meeting that same Friday to look into, to put in place other measures of teaching in our school. And because of the one child, one laptop policy in our school, it facilitates the e-learning process where we teach students using Google, we teach students using the Skype, we teach students using other measures back at home as well.
I think if I have to evaluate on 100%, I would say Mada has 100% because everything is in place. As you can see, when students come in the morning, they stay out there, they wash their hands, they sanitize their hands. Then at the gate, we also sanitize their shoes, sanitize their bags. I think it's something very wonderful. And with that in place, I don't think COVID will succeed. And I want to appreciate the staff of Mada because even at the level of the staff, everybody has a mask. There is social distancing, and if they even have to communicate, they do so with the different gadgets we have in school, and that makes communication very easy. And it's difficult for anybody to be contaminated. I want to think that in that light, the pupils themselves are very conscious about the COVID issue because of the high level of sensitization done by the staff of Mada, which I think is very plausible because if students are not being sensitized, they will not know exactly what to do. I think people out there are not doing the right thing because they have not yet been sensitized. I think there is a power in sensitization, and it's just that now schools are not really functioning. If you had gone around, you'll discover that every child is conscious and is doing just the right thing. I think I want to encourage every other school to do just that. Even back at home, I think they should be able to sanitize their hands before they get into the house. We don't know the visitors that came in their absence. We don't know what actually happened. So when the students get back home, I think that it is incumbent for parents to follow these same measures back at home so they could actually maintain what has been done back in school. And I also want to say that parents should keep sensitizing their children back at home. I think the issue is dangerous for everybody, and we should not just sit in the living room watching television talking about abstract things, whereas there's something very, very serious. There are students who got informed about COVID in school and not at home. I think it is a responsibility of the parents to do just same. And if that is done, I tell you, COVID will be eradicated completely and will be out of place. And please, parents should also make sure their children put on their mask. I insist, put on their mask, and they should always have their hand sanitizers with them. Thank you. And they should be cautioned on how to greet the visitors when they come into the house. Oh, uncle, no. Uncle is enough. From a distance, uncle, I think it's enough.
Because they don't let us come into the school site without having our masks on. And then when we get to the school entrance, before you come into the gate, you need to wash your hands. You disinfect it, and then they disinfect the sole of your shoes to make sure that there is no trace of COVID coming in into the school. The school is being disinfected once a week, every Saturday, and even before classes resumed, we had everything disinfected. Every day after we have our classes, we notice that there is somebody that cleans the school and that makes sure she disinfects everything one after the other. As you can see, the class positions, we sit at least 2 meters apart from each other, and we make sure that we interact, we share our ideas, but keeping note of the distances. This idea did not come up for the COVID issue because we are a very visionary school. One of my teachers usually says when there's a vision, there's a mission, and we decided to take action by implementing this. Ever since this school has been created, we are a very young school. Normally our class numbers, the highest we can be in is 16, but as you can see, we are still very young and gives us advantages on space that we can respect. That you can see now we are 6. So these are some of the measures, and inside the school you see there are some places every time a student needs it, you can wash the hands, you must not necessarily go out. And we work with our laptops that help us to keep distancing. If you want to talk with somebody, if you want to interact with someone, you can easily interact with him through the platforms we have. And when we did not have to come to school, we also thought about everything, like studying on online classes, doing online classes on Edmodo, on Skype, and etc. So those are some of the measures that the school